Hello everybody, welcome back to another scenario with what if civilization started over. Today we will be checking out this scenario with civilization started over on one of my worlds I just made. You guys had checked my post like a few minutes ago. You will see the thumbnail for this video and and we can now see where our first civilization will go. Our first civilization will start here in the Middle East. And these guys will start right here. Now we can time travel a few years. And now this country, its population is now at 1 million. And these guys will expand their borders to become massive. They will expand their borders down south to the UAE areas, to the areas of the UAE. And then we'll reach up to this coast right here. They meet up with this river. Eventually they follow it down. Because the Middle East is more habitable now in this world. In this world, the Middle East is more habitable. And they will quickly take all of this. But I'm gonna warn you, this area right here is still a hot desert. And then we move up the coast of the Persian Gulf. Where they will take this land right here. And then move up this coast of the Persian Gulf. The Persian Gulf in this world got longer. And they will meet up with the Euphrates rivers. Is where they will set up a pretty large major city. And they will quickly continue moving up the coast of the UAE. But a group of people will move over here to Egypt. And they will set up their colony right here on the Nile Basin. But I'm gonna zoom. But I will be making the map gray to show unknown land. And I will be making the map white to show known land. No, there is no this river right here does not exist, or this now does not exist. Alright, that does not exist. You did not see anything. Don't know what you've been seeing. The hell? Oh. Hold on, you guys did not see anything. Oh no, we had to fix something. I'm gonna make the map gray here in a second. I'm also gonna make the blue country's borders a little bit better. But the red country will discover this area. We'll discover this area right here. And then we'll move up the coast of the Persian Gulf. But the red country will set up a colony right here. I'm gonna make that colony a little smaller. The red country will set up a few colonies on the coast of this area. Hoping they can connect up these colonies one day. But we will be seeing the divide. But this area right here will start to get divided up and discovered. But the red country will take some land out of this area. And the blue country will expand into these. And the blue country will go ahead and expand up into these regions right here. But Cyprus will be discovered. But eventually, Europe will be discovered. And let's call these guys right here the Purple Ottomans. These guys will be called the Purple Ottomans, and they'll be start right here. They'll expand over here, but not too much. But that's where the Purple Ottomans will be at. I want to expand the Purple. The Purple Ottomans will expand a lot more. But guys, tell me what your favorite countries down below. Because I would love to see your guys' favorite countries. But the red country will lose. The dark red country will break away to just try to. And same with the light green country. The light green country will break away with all these colonies underneath their control. And they will expand. The light green country will expand to these colonies. But the rest of the Middle East will be discovered. The blue country and the red country will work together with the dark red country. But eventually all of the Middle East will be discovered. And the dark red country will take a decent chunk of land. We'll take a decent chunk right here. But we will be seeing the red country take it. I don't like that. So hold on, I'm going to be doing something real quick. Just hold on real quick. So This area of Russia will get discovered, but this area won't. I don't think it will, Russia. But more of the sea will get discovered, and more of the land here. But for the final act for this video, we will be seeing a group of people traveling over here, traveling, and they'll be able to hop on boats and discover Italy and Sicily. Well, you will be seeing a new country. But for the real final act for this video, we'll be seeing the giving of capitals to these countries. Italy will have their capital over there. The purple Ottomans will have their capital right here. The red country will put their capital here, and the blue country will put their capital right here. These guys will have their capital right here. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Welcome back to another What If Civilization Started Over scenario. You hadn't seen the last video, I will highly doubt you to go watch it. Because for a fact you didn't watch the last episode, why are you watching season 2? Episode 2. Go watch it. But you did watch episode 1. You are in the right place. Well, we see the red country expanding. We see the red country expand. The blue country formed up. A dark red country. The purple Ottomans. A yellow Italy country. And we will be seeing in this episode some more expansion. But we will be seeing the red country expand a whole lot. The red country will expand their borders all the way up to the sea, but they will stop right there because they want to go up north to this river, and they will be able to set up a river border. But we will be seeing the purple Ottomans expand their country into more of Turkey. This will be the lines for the purple Ottomans. We'll take all of Turkey. And the purple Ottomans will expand their Turkey and their Greece colony too. And they will keep expanding this colony down the coast of Greece. But they will stop and decide to stabilize themselves. But yellow Italy will go ahead and expand their borders. We'll go ahead and send out more explorers up north, and they will finally expand their borders, taking a decent chunk of Italy. But let's come down here to the dark red country, where we can see the dark red country is like a massive. And I think it's time for a little collapse. Countries this big, and that's we have a lot of stability, so tons of the land will break away. And for the start, these guys will break away. we will be seeing an orange country also break away up north. Now, why are they not fighting against this? You might be asking. Well, they are. They are fighting against this rebellion. Because this rebellion is very bad. But they can't, but the military is even joining up into these rebellions, making these guys able to push back. And these guys have no choice on just surrender. So these guys will be forced to surrender, and we can check out that peace treaty. But tell me what your favorite countries are. Tell me what you guys' favorite countries are in my series. But I am loving this series so far. But we will be seeing. Oh wait, we cannot forget about these guys' capitals. We have to put the capital right here. We have to put this right up here. But the Lime country will expand their country's borders up north and taking tons of this land. But the Lime country will try to expand up north to the sea. And they will be able to reach the sea. But eventually there will be a race after the Lime country claims this land right here. And eventually the Red country will also take the rest of this area. The Red country finally meet up with the sea and but the Lime country will expand their borders up north, taking tons of land right here. But the Purple Ottomans will expand their borders all the way up to this river. And we will see the Red country take some land. All the way up to this river right here. And they'll also take this line right here. And the Purple Ottomans will also take over Cyprus. And we will see the Blue country, the Blue Egypt country, expand their borders. Send out more explorers down into Africa, where they will meet up with this lake. They will meet up with this area of this sea right here, in those islands, but not all of them. But the Blue country will finally send out explorers to discover this area. The Blue country will send out colonizers to take this land for themselves. And they'll also take this island for themselves. But the Purple Ottomans and the Yellow country will work together to just get up here. And then meet up with the sea. But eventually the yellow Italy country will discover these islands, and they will discover a little bit more land up north. But they will be able to discover they will be able to encircle the Alpine Mountains. But we will be seeing a country move up north, going through tons of land. And discovering this little island. And they will set up their country here. They will go ahead and expand their country to be a pretty big nation. We had to put their capital here. But a reddish orange country will also form up. And these guys will be able to take a decent chunk of the world. But they will be able to but the thing is, they will be able to discover past those mountains. Finally expanding their country more and more. But a few people who doesn't like their hometowns in these regions. But first, we're gonna give these guys their capitals. These guys will have their capital pretty close to the red country's borders. But a few people who don't like their hometowns in these areas, they will move. They will go on a move. They go. Eventually, parts of India and Pakistan will get discovered. More and more of the coast of India will be discovered. And Sri Lanka will also get fully discovered. But eventually tons of India will get discovered. But eventually these guys will move on. And those just go straight across. But a few people down there will get lost. These guys will discover this lake like here in China. And they'll fully encircle it. But these guys will get a little tired and they'll set up their country right here. they'll set up their country right here on this lake. I will go ahead and fix the borders of that. And these guys will be known as China. Let's go ahead and give them up their capitals. But a tribal group who was like here, a small tribe who's like in South Korea. Will form up their own country. And these guys will expand to look something like this. But now it is a Korean country. But there will be an orange country right here. Did I already use orange? Let's check. Yes, I did. Well, there will be a light orange nation right here. These guys will be light orange. And they'll also set up a northern colony over Sri Lanka. But they have boat technologies and go like this far. Not that far. Not that far. Like their boats can go this far. Like you can definitely like go across these waters because these are less rough waters than actual ocean waters. But the rest of this big island right here will get fully discovered by the blue country and the yellow country. But the yellow country will set up a small colony right here. Right how they will take these, but they do take these islands under their control. And they do expand up north, just take land. To eventually they split. The yellow country, the gold country will break away. These guys don't want to be a part of the yellow country no more. Because we're saying the yellow country is too focused on expansion. So these guys will break away. I'm just changing these guys' color. Don't worry. But the purple Ottomans will expand down into more Greece. And they will take tons of land. But tell me what you guys want to see in this series, because I'm very happy to tell you. But this will be the end of our video. The final thing in this video, we will be giving Korea their capital. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I know I did. And come back to see the next one. Welcome back to another scenario where we see what if civilization would start over. You guys didn't see the last two episodes. For a fact, you didn't see the last two episodes. Why are you watching episode 3? Go watch the last two. But you did watch the last two. You did watch the last two episodes. We've seen a lot of stuff happening. But I did go ahead and add religions. There's this line green here, the line green religion, the red religion, and the blue religion. This is what the religions look like. But we will be seeing more excavating land. So we will be seeing some land like. So we will be seeing some land right here in Europe. Could discover around this lake. And we will be seeing the purple Ottomans move their capital to this island. Move their capital to this island here. And I forgot about these guys' capital, so let's just move these guys' let's just copy this capital. You guys don't know how to copy capitals. It's Control C and then push Control V to copy. Like just push Control C to copy it and then push Control V to paste it. You don't know how to copy capitals over. But we might be seeing more movement of the blue country. But let's come down here to India, where we will see India taking off Sri Lanka. I can never say that. I can never say the island's name correctly. But India will expand up more of India. But more and more of these jungles will get discovered. This area will get discovered. China will also get discovered. More and more of China's coast, the mainland will also get discovered. China will expand downwards. And I will be changing these guys' color. Yeah, I don't like how it didn't work. So I'm just gonna do this. So they will expand all the way down there, taking that decent chunk. But more and more of the Korean Peninsula will be discovered. But China will realize this is kind of like a bad spot for the capital because they want to expand and take all of this coast. So, what the hell? So they will move their capital down here to this lake, to this river. And China will discover all of this land right here. Now, you might be asking, why does China not take all of this? Well, they can. but they cannot because a new country forms up here. And these guys will be known as South China. And I will go ahead and fix their borders because it does not look pretty. Alright, that's a better border. That's more acceptable. But more of Europe will get discovered. Was France getting discovered? And was Doggerland getting discovered? You don't know what Doggerland is? Search it up. And they will also use this to discover into the UK. But South China will send out a boat. Right here and discover the Philippines. But the Philippines will break away from South China. And this will be making a Philippines up. I will be coming back to the Philippines to do an update. But before we do that, we have to give all these new countries their capitals. I'll try to go slower on this whole project. And these guys put their capital here. Here's theirs. Here's these guys. Here's these guys. South China has their capital right here. But a brown Doggerland country will form up near this area. These guys will form up near that area and we'll give them their capital. But more and more of the kids see right here. What the hell? I keep putting it on the wrong layer for on accident. But more and more of this sea will get discovered. Yes, they did discover this is a sea for a fact. But I do hope you guys is enjoying these because but let's get back to the video. More and more of that sea will get discovered. And Poland will get discovered with the Baltic states. But a new country will form up. And these guys will become massive. They will expand up north to this area. I want to lighten up the color. I'm just changing their colors. Don't worry, the colors are just getting changed. I'm also gonna fix up the borders because I don't really like how they look. I don't like how they look on the world map. These guys will be known as Russia. Russia. And Russia will have their capital right here. And Ukraine will go ahead and expand their borders. I'm starting to have to zoom out at the whole world map, but that will be the last thing in this video. I'm sorry this video is a little shorter, but you guys did enjoy this video. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Check out the other ones, why not? And press that like and subscribe button. Help me reach 1,000 subscribers, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Welcome back to another scenario where civilization starts over. Today we'll be doing a scenario where what if civilization starts over? If you didn't see the last episode, I will highly rather you go watch it. It was really good. And for a fact, why you didn't watch the last episode, I promise. That's the last time I'm gonna say that. But let's check out this scenario right now. We will be seeing the Orange Country expand. The Orange Country will expand their borders just up north. I forgot to tell you, I added major cities. Not completed yet, but we can. But the Orange Country will expand up north to this river. They will set up a river border to here. Taking tons of coast. But the Red Country will launch an invasion. They will push past the river border and take over the capital site. The Red Country wants all of this underneath their control, but they don't have it there. And this Orange Country might even get help from an outside country. From an outside country. And the Orange Country will be able to push up and take the Red Country will push up and take a ton of land. And push up and take. And they will take almost like all of this river. They'll take this area of the sea, connect. The Red Country will cut this area off and start to push up. But the Orange Country will finally get their heads out of the mud and start to push the Red Country back. They start to push Red Country forces back. They even regained their capital. And they meet up with that river border. So they will start to push up into the Red Country, taking tons of this land. Making the Red Country have to move out and move some troops over here. making these guys be able to take all their land back. But eventually these guys will be able to push past this river border and take all of Red Country's coastal assets over here. But some regions of the Red Country will feel like they are no longer safe underneath a Red Country government because they see the Red Country is losing this very easy battle. So a few groups will break away. And eventually the Red Country can't keep fighting this. They'll have to surrender over. And now we can check out this peace treaty. And these will be the lines showing a peace treaty. You guys will break away. What's another group breaking away in the south? What's another group breaking away in the south? And the Orange Country will take this way, giving their capital more defense. And now the Red Country had lost tons of land. The border, they lost hundreds of acres of land. And we come back and we must come over here to the Lime Country, where we will be seeing them expand into more land. I did fix up the Lime and Red Country's borders, but that's not important. And the Lime Country will move the border, will expand the borders to there and more around the capital and over here. But they will stop because something internal will be happening. A little rebellion will spark up. Splitting their country into two. And this rebellion will spark up to be so bad it even takes a ton of this land. Now why does it not take all of that? It can. But the Red Country is just taking tons of land here. The Red Country is doing slow damage. A ton of their military died in this war over here. And the Red Country is just pushing up and taking tons of this land. But at the end of the day, the Red Country does be able to take a ton of these amounts. And the rest will fall in the rebellion territory. And these guys will just let the Red Country take their territory and let these guys you independence. But the Lion Country will be in this country will work on a border will work. In other terms, I don't like how their borders look, so they will be working out on a border will work. That's a lot better. It's not as ugly. I don't really like it. I still really don't. But in the Red Country will also get some land out of this because I didn't like how their borders look either. I didn't like how the new land borders looked, so we will just be fixing that border. The Red Country will get all of this new land. But let's come over here to a local Philippine update, where we will see the Pink Country invading this dark blue country. These guys will lose the capital, and the capital will be crumbling. And this will lead into other countries coming and taking advantage of this. Like this gold Philippine country, they will come and take some good land, like these two major cities right here. Eventually, they take a third. And eventually that's how it's gonna work. Now we can check out this. And now we can check out this peace treaty. Some weird stuff is going on. But Dark Blue Korea will expand their borders up north and take tons of land right here. And they'll take this land up in the Korean Peninsula, but they will take all of the Korean Peninsula and also take this island. But North China will also expand their borders, and they will expand the borders all the way over here. They will send out explorers to discover this land right here. China will quickly take a decent chunk of land and blocking these guys off from taking this land right here. And South China will expand their borders. They made a massive border dispute. They made a massive border dispute with this region of North China. That's where the border dispute is. And he was expanding down Vietnam's coast. And a random country discovered Taiwan. Can you guess who discovered Taiwan? You guessed South China? You're correct. And they will even set up a colony right here in Taiwan. Taiwan is really far away in this universe. But it looks like the middle of the country might be falling off. But let's return to Russia. Russia will expand their country to become massive. No, I don't like it. So Russia will expand their borders to up north. And more of Russia and Finland will be discovered. But a small tribe will rise up and become Finland. These guys is a tiny tribe, but Russia don't really care about them. All they care about is expanding. And Russia will expand their borders a little bit more and taking all of that lake. Russia has massive influence over the world. And we can see the Purple Ottomans expanding their borders to try to rival this influence. The Purple Ottomans will be able to take a decent chunk of land. But this region right here will break away and become their own independent thing. These guys didn't really like the Purple Ottomans as much as all the other states, or actually not states, provinces. And they have a few border disputes, and they broke away. They have a few border disputes. But these guys will expand their borders to make them look better, because I didn't like how they looked it on the map. But the blue country will expand their borders right up here and take a decent chunk of this island. But this island didn't want to be taken over by two countries, so they formed up their own independent thing. But this island will discover this island and take it over. But some land right here will get discovered because they want to make a fully large trading bridge to Asia, and they will continue expanding this bridge all the way up to this river for now. Just fishing up in this I'm just fishing this land up right here, but right now this is what it's gonna look like. But let's come over here where we will see these guys discovering more land, because they are our best of friends. Right now they are mortal enemies. But Spain will finally be discovered. They'll finally be able to get past those mountains. And Spain will finally get discovered once and for all. But the yellow country will expand their borders up north, taking tons of land. But the Purple Ottomans will form something new. An alliance. Now, why would they form an alliance? Because they want to knock out this yellow country out of the ring. They don't want these guys here anymore, so they will form up an alliance with this pinkish country, with this pinkish Italy country. And this is the Swear Alliance. But let's come over here to Doggerland. With Doggerland, where we will see Doggerland. What the hell? Where we will see Doggerland take a ton of, actually all of Doggerland. And Doggerland will expand a little bit more into straight up what's it called? Denmark. They will expand up into Denmark, and they'll also expand a little bit into Germany, the Dutch, the Netherlands, and they'll just take a ton of land. But we will see a few new countries will form up right here in the British Isles, like this island, like this England country, and we will be seeing a Wales country forming up. And a country right here also forming up. By now, all of the British Isles will be discovered. And a dark blue country will also form up right here. And a light red Scotland country will form up right here. Now we can see all of the British Isles filled in with countries. But there's one thing we have to do in this world, and that's to just give capitals. And why the hell do I have this on still? These guys will have their capital right here. That's this pretty large major city. These guys will put their capital here. Here's theirs. Let's just scatter these capitals right now. Pretty risky. But Russia will see their capital is not too effective where it is. And they will move it back. They will move it all the way here to control the large empire. But I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know I did, and I hope you guys did. I am getting better with stupid. I am getting better at making these videos. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy this video, hit that like and subscribe button. It helps out the channel a lot, and I will see you guys in the next one.